Hello, everyone. My name is Angela Martin, Gold Consultant with Archer and Evolution Travel. And today's training is on the supplier registration, the land suppliers, that is. And I cannot wait to take you through this. I know that many of you have already done the supplier request form with the initial suppliers, but now it's time to get you registered with all of the other preferred ones that you'll see. Before we get started with that, I want to go over a couple of housekeeping things or some things that you should be on the lookout for. So number one, we are going to be going to your back office in order to get to the travel cafe. You may have seen this menu populated on the left-hand side of your back office. And we're going to be looking for the coffee mug symbol along with the word travel cafe. So once you click on that, it will bring you to a page that looks something like this. It'll have travel cafe at the top. And then we are going to look on the left side menu, similar to it is in our back office, but we're going to be looking for suppliers. And then we're going to look for USA suppliers. After that, we are going to be searching for any supplier that has a preferred symbol above it. For instance, take American Airlines Vacations. It has a preferred symbol above it, so this would be one of the first suppliers you want to register with. Any supplier that is listed in the back or in the travel cafe, you are able to register with. However, we want you to get access to the preferred suppliers first, and then, of course, anything you want to add after that, you can apply the same strategies we're doing here today to make that happen. So I'm going to go ahead and back out, and we're going to go to our back office. So our back office, we know that that will look something like this, the way that you get there. And from the very beginning is going to myevolutiontravel.com, hit login, and then of course your username is your agent ID, and then whatever password you created at the time of enrollment. You'll simply log in. It will bring you to this wonderful screen with all of these colorful boxes. That lets you know you're in the right place. But as you remember, we're looking for this coffee mug on the saucer with the word Travel Cafe, because that is where we need to go in order to register with the other land supplier. So we'll click there. And then just as it said in the previous slide, we are now going to look for suppliers, and then we're going to click on USA suppliers. Be mindful that this suppliers list is in alphabetical order. We are only going to register with the preferred suppliers in this particular training, okay? Now you can apply everything that you learn from this training to any of the suppliers that are listed here, but I want you to know that I'm going to be focusing on the suppliers with the preferred symbol above them. Speaking of which, American Airlines Vacations is one of them. You will do the same strategy or apply the same strategy with every single supplier. The first thing you want to do after you verify that it is a preferred one, you want to click on the continue reading, okay? Continue reading. And what it's going to do is bring you to that supplier's page. It may have information pertaining to the commission. You want to scroll down to the part where it mentions how to register. That's what we need to know, okay? Be mindful that each supplier is different, so you do want to make sure you are reading the instructions very carefully. For American Airlines Vacations, it has us self-registering at this link here, okay? Anytime you're provided with a link, I am going to advise you to right-click on that link and open the link in a new tab, okay? Opening the link in a new tab will allow you to have both this page open and that registration page open simultaneously in case you have any questions or if there are any numbers that you must remember, okay? So you have to complete the agent access request form to gain access to the reservation system. They will notify each agent via email once the registration is completed. So you simply go here and you will click on create your personal login, okay? Create your personal login, and then you will fill in the information. You can find our agency by putting in our IATA number. Be mindful, you want to memorize the IATA number because you'll need it for any supplier that you're registering with. That number is 058-24840. And we're simply going to search, and then we'll see that, oh, Archer Travel Service, that is the one we want. We're going to select it, and then you're going to fill in your information, okay? All of that is what you do Notice that when it asks you if you want to participate in the Travel Advisor Rewards program, you have to choose a program option. You will need to choose this first option. The second option is not available for us, okay? So yes on this first one, no on the second one. And then, of course, if you want to receive promos and offers, select yes, because you want to know what's going on for your clients. It will then give you the terms and conditions. Simply read over them. Check the box indicating that you agree to those terms and conditions. And then it will give you some booking preferences that you can select. You can select your top destinations or regions or your specific specialties, okay? If all of them apply, click them all. After you've done that, simply submit your entry, and that is all you have to do with that one. So let's go back to the drawing board, okay? Now that we've completed American Airlines vacations, we'll go back to our list. Notice Apple Leisure Group is part of VAX. Because of that, even though it's a preferred supplier on our travel cafe, we do not have to register with them separately because you've already registered with them through the supplier request form. So I'm going to skip over that one because you've already registered with them at this point. The next one here is Archer Go. Okay, so again, we're going to click on the continue reading. We'll notice that first section is pertaining to commissions, and then we're going to scroll down to where it says how to register. Notice that this is an app that you must download to your phone. If you have an iPhone, you would click this link. If you have an Android, you would click this link. That means that you need to likely be on your phone when you're registering for these suppliers. If you are not on your phone, that's fine. You can put in Archer Go into your Google Play Store or something of that nature to look for this particular app, okay? Once you do it, it's pretty self-explanatory, but that is what you do for that one. With that said, let's go back and keep things going. If at any time you need to pause this, please feel free to do so. I just want to get through the information so that you all know what you're doing. All right, so Blue Sky Tours Hawaii. This is also one of the suppliers that comes with your VAX registration. So you do not have to register with Blue Sky Tours Hawaii separately, okay? Carnival Cruise Line is a cruise line, and I'm not going to be covering any cruises in this particular land supplier registration training video, okay? The next thing you'll see is Cruise Line International Association. Again, that's dealing with cruises, so I'll leave that to the cruise training for that. So we'll continue to scroll down. Cruising Power, also associated with cruising. Okay, so we're going to continue to go. Now, let's see here. The next one we have is Delta Vacations. I'm going to go ahead and click the continue reading because I want you to see something very important. Beyond the supplier commission information that they provide at the top, we're going to scroll down and look at this how to register again, okay? Be mindful that it says you must be in the travel agent program. In other words, you must be an agent for 2 months before you can request access to this supplier, okay? The portal for Delta Vacations is called World Agent Direct, and you would simply use the supplier request form and select World Agent Direct so that you will gain access to Delta Vacations. But you cannot submit that supplier request form until you have been an agent for 2 months. So be mindful of that. So we're not even going to go through that. And the supplier request form was already covered in a separate training video. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Let's go ahead and go back. Now, the next one is Disney travel agents. And I really like Disney because it's super easy to register and you get immediate access to them. So again, like we've done with all of the other ones, we're going to simply click continue reading. We're going to scroll down. It gives you the supplier commission information and gives you a link for that if you're interested, but we're interested mostly in how to register. Notice how it gives you a self-registration link. And just like we did before, we're going to right-click that link and open it in a new tab, okay? Now, notice what it says here. If you already have an account with a different agency or need to change your email address, you do not need to re-register. Simply log in with your current account and update your email and or agency association as needed, okay? Clicking the welcome link on the top of the homepage will give you the ability to change your email address. Clicking the agency link on the top of the homepage will give you the ability to change your agency association. Please do not register more than once. So be mindful of that. If you are already an agent coming from a different host, you already already have access to Disney, you can simply just make modifications to your existing account as opposed to creating a whole new one. After we've right-clicked and we've opened this link in a new tab, we'll go here and then see where it says at the very top, create new account. This is all you have to do. You'll simply put in your first and last name, your email address that you would like to receive correspondence to, and then you'll create your password, okay? At the very bottom, it's going to ask you again to agree to the terms and conditions, indicate whether or not you want to receive updates, promos, and things of that nature. And you simply create your account. It's that simple. Let's go back to the Travel Cafe so we can get through the rest of them, okay? And there are not that many more that we have to go through. Notice that you have some other suppliers that are listed here. They don't have the preferred symbol on them, so I'm not going to go over them. But just to give you an example, Expedia Tap is one that your mentor will likely tell you to go ahead and get, okay? When you are doing Expedia Tap, remember, we're going to apply the same strategy. Hit the continue reading. It's going to tell you what the commissions are, okay? And then it's going to give you the how to register information. It lets you know, do not call Expedia Tap to make your bookings. If you do not get paid commissions, so make sure you know that, okay? Expedia Tap USA is only for agents based in the US, okay? Now, here is the registration link, and similar to what we did before, we're going to right-click on that and open the link in a new tab. When you get on this, it's going to simply ask you, create an Expedia Tap account, okay, or sign in. Since you are signing up, you're going to go to create account, and then you'll simply enter in your information and create the account, and it's that simple, okay? So let's go back to the Travel Cafe and click back again so we can get back to our list of suppliers. FunJet Vacations is also part of VAX. So guess what? You've already registered with them by submitting your supplier request form for VAX. So we're going to keep going. Now, of course, again, any of these suppliers you're able to register with. However, we're going to focus on the preferred suppliers in today's training. Notice that Norwegian Cruise Line and Princess Cruises, as well as MSC, these are cruises. So we're not going to focus on those at all, but we are going to go to the next one, which is Pleasant Holidays. Just as the previous ones, we're going to click on continue reading. Once we get here, it'll give us maybe the supplier commission information. If it doesn't have it, just keep going. Now we want to figure out how to register. Notice it gives you a disclaimer. You are eligible for access 30 days after your enrollment in the Evolution program. So this particular supplier, you will only gain access once you've been an agent for 30 days, okay, or more. But there is a self-registration link. You simply right-click it, open that link in a new tab. When you go here, it will ask you to create an account. You click on that, and then you'll fill it out, okay, as it is here. Pretty self-explanatory, and then you'll simply create account, and your account will be created, okay? Let's go back to our list of suppliers. Going back again, making sure we get to the list, and we're going in order. All right. There we go. It got me off a little bit, so I'm going to press the forward button. Perfect. Okay, so we just finished with Pleasant Holidays. Princess Cruises is cruises, so we're not going to deal with them at all. Profit Agility is a wholesale supplier, so you definitely want to make sure that you register with them. There are a couple of ways you can do it, but we're going to focus on this strategy right now because we've been doing it with every other one. Notice the first thing it's going to give you is information pertaining to commissions, okay? And then it gives you an access code. That access code is very important, okay? We're going to scroll down here and notice how it says that we're going to be self-registering with them as well. But it just has a little link here built into a button. We can right-click on that button and click Open Link in New Tab, just as we've done before, and then go to this particular one. Okay, you will click in Login, Member Login, even though you don't have your login information yet. I'm going to sign out because I'm already on there. But basically, when you hit log in, it will bring up whether or not you want to register. I'm going to sign out really quickly so I can show you what that looks like. Since it's giving me a hard time, I'm going to open it up in a separate incognito window, and I simply am going to right click And where it says open link in incognito window, that's what I'm going to do, okay? Just so that it doesn't have my information already in here. It's going to ask you to accept the cookies there. You simply go to now log in and click on member login, okay? Now that we're going to member login, hopefully it doesn't log me in again, it will ask you to create an account. The first thing it'll ask for, though, is the access code. You'll put in that access code exactly as it appears on the self-registration. You can actually copy this code, and then you can paste it where it asks for that code, okay? It's still, thinking here, so I'm not really sure if there's a network issue going on today, but just follow the instructions as you're prompted to do so when it comes up. It's very self-explanatory. The first thing you'll have to do once you go to login, member login, and create an account, it will ask you for that access code, okay? Once you put in the access code, the rest of the information is self-explanatory. Let's continue so that we don't lose time here, okay? And if you have any questions about the Profit Agility or you're having issues with it, please just let your mentor know and he or she will be able to assist you with that. The next supplier that we're gonna look at is Room Rest. You'll notice that this is a preferred supplier, and just like the other ones, we're gonna hit continue reading. With the continue reading, you'll see that there is commission information available at the top, but we wanna get down to the part that mentions how we are to register. It says an Archer Travel staff member will automatically add you to Room Rest. All new agents, you will receive an activation email from Room Rest 1 week after you've been an agent with Evolution Travel, okay? So you wanna check your spam or junk folders to make sure that you get that. Sometimes, and a lot of times, they will go there, okay? But you'll have to activate your Room Rest account from your email. So this will be sent to you directly from an Archer Travel staff member. Just check your inbox a week after you've been an agent so that you can go ahead and activate that account. That's very self-explanatory. We're gonna move along, okay? So we're gonna hit back button here. Royal Caribbean is a cruise line, so we're not gonna focus on them. Let's take a look at Sandals, okay? We'll hit continue reading. This is very important because once you get here, you'll notice it'll give you the commission information, how you can get extra commissions for booking one of these level rooms or categories. But what you want to focus on is how to register. New agents, it said you can still book Sandals by calling in a booking, okay? So even if you don't have access to the Sandals portal, booking portal, you can call in and still get your commissions, okay? You can also use wholesalers like Pleasant Holidays, Vax, American Airlines Vacations sometimes has it, okay? It lets you know right here that you have to be an agent for at least 3 months to be added to Sandals. That used to be 6 months. So consider yourself blessed to be able to have access after 3 months, okay? But remember, you don't have to have access to Sandals directly in order to book through them. All right, it gives you how to register, okay? You are going to submit a supplier request form. You will select Sandals, okay? After you filled it out, you should receive an email from an Archer Travel staff member. Just make sure you check your spam and junk folders in case it has gone there. All right, and they will give you your username and password so that you can log in to your Sandals account. With that said, we're going to go back and we're going to keep going because we're making excellent progress. The next supplier that is on our preferred list is 10Leg, and this is our insurance provider in the event that you are booking your client with a supplier that does not offer travel insurance. You can get them travel insurance separately through 10Leg. We're simply going to continue reading like we did with the other ones. We'll come to their supplier page. Notice that they give a 17% flat commission payout, and that is paid 30 to 60 days after the policy is sold and paid in full. So that's different from our other suppliers, whereas we have to wait until our client has completed travel 30 days after travel before we get paid. That's 30 to 60 days after the policy is sold and paid in full. Notice that it provides you with how to register, okay? First thing you're gonna need to do, it says send an email to 10leg@archertravel.com. This is requesting to become an Archer Travel or 10Leg sub-agent. Make sure in that email you include your first and last name, your agent ID number, and the email address you want affiliated or associated with your 10Leg account. You should expect a confirmation email from 10Leg that confirms your account. Included in your response will be a link to activate your new account, followed by a prompt to create a password to finalize the process. Just make sure that once you're logged in, that you locate your unique 10-leg ID or personalized link, which we call affiliate links, on the 10-leg dashboard. You can provide this personal affiliate link to any of your potential clients, and once they click on that personalized link, they can be directed to your commissioned 10-leg insurance webpage, and they will be guided through the process of selecting an insurance plan that fits their travel needs. With that said, it can take anywhere between 4 to 7 days to be added. So just be mindful of that time frame, okay? And please expect to receive a confirmation email from a 10-leg admin, okay? Check your junk and spam folders just in case. Let's go back and see if there are any other preferred suppliers that we need to register with. Seeing that we do have a couple, okay? Notice Vax Vacation. It is a preferred supplier, but you've already registered with Vax via the supplier request form. Virgin Voyages is a cruise line, so we're not going to focus on registering with them. Viator, however, is one of my favorite suppliers, and I highly recommend that you go ahead and get registered with them. This is where you can book all of your clients' all of their excursions and activities in a city or wherever they are, as well as any transportation that they need. Okay, we're going to hit the continue reading like we've done with every other supplier. We'll see that there's a 10% commission for anything we book through their site or anything our clients book using our affiliate link. It gives us the how to register. We are self-registering at this particular link, so we're going to right-click that link and open it in a new tab. It says, please type in the host agency code. Note, you cannot copy and paste, and in the above is the number zeros. So these are zeros. We have P00006875. So I'm going to simply go to that link that was provided. It's going to ask you to sign up for the partner program by entering in your email first. You'll simply go to create an account. It will ask you for that code. If you can't remember the code, simply click back on this tab and look at it as you are typing it in. And it's pretty self-explanatory from there. With that said, I think that we have completed everything that we need to for this training. I hope that you found it beneficial, and I will see you all again on Discord. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.